Morning, everyone. Welcome to the Cook County Small Business Sources Webinar Wednesday. We're really excited to have everyone joining us today for this really engaging presentation with the Jewish Free Loan Chicago and Rogers Park Business Alliance, looking all about no interest loans for your business. So to get us started, I'm just going to introduce myself. I'm Mercedes McClure. I'm an Associate Program Manager with the Cook County Bureau of Economic Development, also working on the Cook County Small Business Source. And I'm just going to spend a few minutes getting into that and sharing all the good stuff that we have going on within the program. So welcome to the source. What are we? We are your hub for no-cost business advising, events, and capital resources. And the really lovely thing is we are available and accessible to all business owners located in Cook County. So if your business has an address within Cook County, you qualify for this program, no strings attached. No money. It's totally free. So always want to stress that you're not out anything to sign up and explore the resources that we have available. What are those resources? We offer business advising, so that includes individual and group business advising, connecting you with one of our expert and business support organizations. They're going to work with you hand on hand to really understand your needs, your challenges, and also your dreams, aspirations of where you want to take your business, and then help you either get upskilled, kind of navigate different challenges such as growing your customer base, revising a business plan, or even seeking new opportunities to help you scale, grow, and thrive within your business. We also have events, so that includes virtual and in-person events located all throughout Cook County with all of our partners. Again, really dynamic opportunities to upskill, learn new things from experts in the field, and then network, get to meet your peers, learn from them as well, and so much more. And certainly last but not least, we have capital resources, which we're going to spend a lot of time getting into today in greater depth. But that's just the ability and the support to access loans, lines of credits, and grant application support. So you can really have the capital that's necessary to help you pursue and leverage different opportunities out there. Moving on about our really dynamic partner that we have and a few members of those that we have here today on the call. We are privileged and thrilled to have 13 business support organizations that we can call part of the Sources Network. They're all displayed here with these logos. And then in addition to that, we have a few 5 community financial institutions. I'm going to pass it off to Paul to talk a little bit more about those.
Thank you, Mercedes. So my name is Paul Quejas. I'm one of the project managers here at Cook County Bureau of Economic Development. I want to spend just a few minutes talking about the Community Financial Institution because it's a new program here at Cook County. Last year, Cook County deployed $2.4 million to 5 nonprofit lenders, and we're excited about each lender because they have different products for small businesses. And so today you'll learn a little bit more about Jewish Free Loan Chicago and their product and how they're able to support your small business. So take take notes, ask questions, take this opportunity, and in the future you'll see more events with more community financial institutions where they'll be speaking about their loan products.
Thank you, Paul. Okay, moving a little bit on just to talk about some numbers here about who comprises a source, and then about our history of who we've served so far. So since our inception in 2020, we've distributed over 67 million in grants. We've served 36,000 small businesses all throughout Cook County, and we've reached many more. Who are those that we've reached? For 80% are POC owned, 60% average around women owned, and then around 80% again identify as micro businesses. And I just want to stress, no matter who you are, what language you speak, you can see that we offer business advising in over 19 languages. We are here to support you. We're here to get to know you, and we're here to connect you with those in your community, whether that's the local experts, fellow business owners. We're all here working together, and we want to stress that we're here to support you, especially as you strive to thrive in your community and seek to grow in your community. Who are our success stories? We just want to highlight a few of the businesses that are part of the source that have taken part of the different resources, and really have different stories to share about uh, what they've taken part of. So we have Little Munchkins Produce here, located in Back of the Yards, Chicago, Certified Property Solutions, another Chicago-based business, and Molly's Cupcakes, a franchise owner, is actually based here in Chicago as well. So you can all see each have a few different reasons why they came to the source, whether that was seeking assistance in bidding, insurance, staffing, or seeking assistance in scaling a whole new endeavor. No matter the scale of your challenge, we're here to help you. We're here to work with you to navigate it and take you to that next level. Okay, I've been talking about what we are, but now I need to talk to you about how you can actually access it. So it's super simple. We have a website. It's called cookcountysmallbiz.org. Type that in Google. We should come up your first result there. Or you could even type in Cook County Business Advising. We're going to pop up there and it'll take you straight to the source. On our website, you can click this Business Advising tab at the top. And from there, you'll navigate to a very brief and easy sign up intake form. It takes all of around 5 to 10 minutes to complete, asking you a few basic biz or questions about your business. And then following that, you'll probably hear from one of our business support organizations in 3 to 5 business days. They'll connect with you directly to set up a meeting and begin your business advising journey. If you also just want to hear more from us about all the great stuff that we have going on, whether it's different resources available to small business owners, events, news, who knows what might share, I highly encourage you to sign up for our or our small business source newsletter. You can do so by filling out your contact information on the bottom of our website or by clicking the Contact Us page and signing up there. Okay, and without further ado, I just want to say thank you, and also encourage you to stay engaged with the Cook County Small Business Source. You can follow us on social media. We're on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. Sign up for our newsletter and come back to fun webinars such as this one. And with that, I am going to pass it off to Leah. Let me stop sharing my screen here. Give me 1 second. Oh. I'm gonna jump off and then I'll jump back on. But Leia, feel free to get started.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks.
Um, let's see here. There we go.
Okay. Nope, present. Hi, everyone. I'm Leah Greenblum. I'm the founder and executive director of an organization called Jewish Free Loan Chicago, otherwise known as JFLC. And what we do is we provide zero interest microloans. And our mission is rooted in Jewish values. And we aid and empower low to moderate income folks in the community to achieve their goals through zero interest loans. Why do we do that? Well, we're rooted in this Jewish teaching of not charging interest to folks in our community who might be on the margins or more vulnerable. And so we serve people of all backgrounds. And so that's really important. You do not have to be Jewish to apply for our loans. We do not ask about your religion or your cultural background. We do have Jewish in our name, and we're not afraid of that, but at the same time, we do make loans to people of all backgrounds, and we're very proud to do so. And so we do that. We try to get fast, easy, and accessible loans out there in the community that preserve people's dignity and promote financial stability. This is a quick bit about our approach. We recycle money. So we start with the loan application process. Once you submit your loan application, we review that. We issue a decision. The borrower or the business repays the loan, and as those funds are being repaid, we pool those funds and we recycle those to make more loans. So, why you're all here, hopefully, we make small business microloans. It's true. With support from Cook County, we are so proud to be offering this. Loans are up to $20,000. And yes, they are zero interest. What's the catch? There really isn't one, but I'm going to tell you more. So we don't also charge any fees, and these are for businesses specifically located in Cook County. The repayment terms. So when we approve a loan for you, we send you the funds after we sign some paperwork, and that repayment term then starts the following month, 30 to 45 days roughly, and that term lasts 36 months. So that means it depends on the size of the loan you apply for. But if you're applying for the top amount that we offer, $20,000, you divide simply 20,000 by 36 and you get $560 per month, and that's what you pay on a monthly basis for the next 36 months, the next 3 years, and then you are done repaying the loan. I will get into more questions in a little bit, but I also just want to say that we are so proud to be partnering with Rogers Park Business Alliance, and you're going to hear more from them in just a minute. But they are offering technical assistance to help you prepare for this application and help you once you have been approved for a loan and your game plan there. So what can you use one of our loans for? First, I will say we're pretty industry agnostic. We really want to focus on for-profit companies, but what you do from there, it can be used for inventory, working capital, marketing, equipment or software, just capital improvements or general special small business needs. So we do ask you in our application, what are you going to use the loan for? And that can really vary. It's based on your particular business, where you are in the lifespan of the business. And if you have questions about what you should use the funds for, that's something you can definitely talk about with RPBA, or you can talk about with us at JFLC. So I want to talk about our criteria. So briefly, we are looking at some kind of track record that the business has. So minimum, we want to look at 4 months. If you don't have 4 months in operation under your belt as a business, we recommend you apply for a personal loan with JFLC, which is not the point of this webinar, but I will just briefly say, if you don't have 4 months, if you are a true startup, if it's an idea, if it's not yet happening, then we recommend you apply for a personal loan, and those are up to $7,500, and that is very clearly detailed on our website. You click on apply, you click on personal loan, and you go from there. But assuming you've got 4 months or more under your belt as a business, then please proceed. Then we want you to be located in Cook County, and we focus on business owners that are low to moderate income. And so how do we define that? Well, it depends on your household size. And so hopefully this table here is helpful. These numbers are a little funny because we're using HUD numbers and we're using 115% of the area median income. But if you are the sole person in your household and you make under $98,000 a year, then please apply. Sometimes I get the question, what if I make exactly $100,000 a year or $102,000 a year? Then I will say we do have some flexibility with these parameters. And I will emphasize some. So if you make twice as much as these numbers, then it's a no-go. But there is some gray area, and I encourage you to reach out to us with any of those specific questions related to your circumstances. But this is to give you a sense of, based on the number of people in your household, and if you have a spouse, including that person's income, this is kind of the upper income limit that we are looking for because, again, these loans are going towards low to moderate income borrowers. And then finally, the last main criteria is that we require a guarantor. What is that? It's similar to a cosigner. So we want this person, this is an individual, we want this person to be earning at least $50,000 in annual income, whether that's from a job where they're currently employed or that is from earnings from their retirement savings. We want to know that there's at least $50,000 coming into them. And we want to know that they have a minimum credit score of at least 700. So we do check their credit. I'll go into more of that in a second. And we want to know that they have this annual income. If you tell me that you don't have a guarantor, I will say, okay, we can be flexible with that. We want to know then, are you working with a business advisor? And when I say business advisor, this is not like your cousin Joe who is not known in the small business ecosystem in Chicago, but it's probably a business advisor at a source affiliated small business support organization, such as RPBA. But there are many others, as you know. So we want to know, are you working with a business advisor at one of these other organizations? And if so, can that advisor provide a character reference? And we have a form for them to fill out, how long they've been working with you, what they think of your business, kind of the pluses and minuses, and that can serve in lieu of your guarantor, your outside guarantor. So, credit checks. With an outside guarantor, say you have a family member, your cousin Joe maybe comes in for this. We are going to pull. I'm just going to pull highlight here with outside guarantor cousin example. We're going to pull a soft credit report on your cousin, on your friend, whoever that outside guarantor is. And we're also going to do a hard credit inquiry on you as the business owner. If you do not have that outside guarantor, if you were relying on a character reference, then we are still going to check your credit and do a hard credit inquiry on your credit. And this is, so we're just trying to pull together a picture of you as an individual and possibly your outside guarantor. And we want to just see that you all have kind of a history of paying your bills on time. Because while we are making zero interest loans, we are intending on getting repaid and again, getting to recycle those funds. That's why we do that. These are some of our supporters and partners. You'll see the source here and Cook County Bureau of Economic Development, which we are so grateful for to be able to offer this program. I want to highlight on our website, we have a really built out FAQ section. So you can simply go to jflchicago.org, and at the top, there is a pretty large FAQ button in the navigation bar. You will go to applicant FAQs. Note that we have personal loans and we have small business loans. So we really try to be as specific as possible in answering those questions if there's a difference in the answer between our personal loan and our small business loan. If you have more questions, I want you to reach out to us. And I will give you our email, which is here, info@jflchicago.org. But when you're ready to apply, this is how you do it. You go to jflchicago.org/apply, or you hit apply now at the top of our navigation bar. and you decide, am I a true startup with less than 4 months under my belt? Then you're going here to the personal loan. You're going to get an overview of the loan process. And then, to just kind of give you some context and what you're getting into. And then we have our personal loan application listed here. That's linked right there. If you are a small business, you have a track record, and you're able to demonstrate that through a profit and loss report, you have a separate bank account from your personal bank account. Those are things that we really are looking for. You have a business plan. Then you're going to go here. You're going to look at the small business loan application. Again, this is very simple to get to, jflchicago.org/apply, and then you have these options. And with that, I'm excited to look at the questions and what other information I can give.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mercedes. Do I look at the questions myself, or are you going to give them to me?
I can read them to you. So we have one currently, and I also just want to stress to everyone, if you have any questions, we have Leah on the line, so please drop them in either the Q&A or the chat function. You can even raise your hand, and we may select you to come off mute. The one question that I have currently is from an anonymous. They're asking, if our business is located within Cook County, but our guarantor is not, can they still qualify to be a guarantor?
Yes. Thanks for that question. Great question. And the answer is yes. We don't have any restrictions on where your guarantor lives. So they can be outside of Cook County, they can be outside of the state of Illinois. That's okay with us. We are excited that you have a guarantor, and we want to bring them in, and they are part of the process as we check their credit and make sure that they understand, what being a guarantor entails.
Perfect. We have a few more questions coming in here. Cherie is asking, what does the hard credit inquiry consist of when pulling the business owner credit?
So we look at, there are three credit bureaus, and we look at Experian credit reports. They're usually all very similar to one another. But we are when we pull a hard inquiry, we look at Experian, and we just want to be like totally transparent. That can affect your credit for a couple of months, in the sense that your credit score may drop some points for a couple of months, and then it should bounce back up. And this is like similar to if you go and go to purchase a car and then you get a car loan. This is the same kind of hard credit inquiry that happens there. I don't like how that affects your personal credit score. I unfortunately we don't have control over that, but because of the way that the just lending guidelines work, that's how that goes. So we just want to be very transparent that it may affect, and we don't know if it will, and if so, how much it will. But it may affect your personal credit score to the tune of just like just kind of mildly. So
Okay, I see a few hands raised. So I'm gonna select y'all, and I preface so much. Apologies if I butcher your name, but I think we have Nelia. I'm gonna put you off mute. You should be able to ask your question now, Nelia.
Hi, thank you. Yeah, I just want to know, is this only for for-profit organizations or nonprofit can also apply?
thanks for that. We are really focused on for-profit organizations at this point. Unfortunately, we love our nonprofit partners and collaborators, and we are wanting to prove this concept to Cook County. And we do find that with for-profit, it can be easier to demonstrate that. So stay tuned if you run a nonprofit. Stay in touch with us in the next several years. We may be expanding to offering zero interest loans to nonprofits, but for now, we are focused on for-profits.
Also see another hand up from Raeda. I'll bring you off mute here.
Hi, thank you. Okay, big thank you, big thank you, because um, a lot of what you're saying is what we as small businesses are definitely looking for without the so much pressure, even how you have it set up. But my question was, I started my business I registered the LLC in 2024. Once I had the solid idea, but and then I closed another business down in 2024 that I've had. I mean, 2025 that I had for like the last 10 years, but I just, wasn't doing that anymore. And so I waited until this year, January of 2026, to start putting income into this new business. So all I had in that account, since I started it, was just $100 to start it. And then last year I won a small grant of $1,000 with Score. And then I did some crowdfunding for like $500. But this year is just money that I've been making doing the service that I do, which is doing hair. But my question is, I forgot it.
Take
Okay,
your time.
thank you. Sorry. My question was, what are some of the things that, because I like have 100% payment record for all the years on my credit. And I think my credit is above a 700 with TransUnion, but I am in like I just want to be able to like provide for myself without having to make money and then make sure it goes to my business bank account and then pay myself. So I'm wondering if that is something that you all assist with, or is it just like buying supplies or does it, does that have a big thing about it?
Well, first I want to say congratulations on winning the SCORE prize. That's very exciting.
Thank you.
And yeah, and for a successful crowdfunding round, it sounds like that's big.
Mhm.
So I'm not sure I totally understand the question, but what I can say is we are looking in our application review, we're looking to see that the business is able to repay this loan and
Mhm.
that it is feasible for the business to do so,
Okay.
so that there's enough of a difference between your profit and your loss on a monthly basis. That's why we need to
Mhm.
have some kind of track record to go from. And ideally, ideally we see more than 4 months, but I'm just,
Okay.
saying. Um, so we want to see that there is that difference between that what you're earning in profit, total, net profit, and versus your losses, and
Okay.
based on the size of the loan you're applying for, then we figure out what that repayment will be on a monthly basis, and is that feasible for the small business itself
Mhm.
to make that payment on a monthly basis moving forward. I don't know if that
That
answers the
is,
question. Okay,
that's it. That's it. Thank you so
cool.
much.
No
Thank
problem.
you.
It's something I just want to stress is that we are really trying to make loans to try to and setting these small businesses up for success in the repayment. So it's always our first choice that the small business is the one repaying the loan versus the individual, the small business owner. Coming out of them. And then, lastly, the guarantor. If there is a guarantor, we want to, in very, very few cases, we want to go to the guarantor. And that is indeed what happens. In very few cases, we do need them. But, um, you know, part of our underwriting process, if you will, is to see that the small business is demonstrating the ability to repay that loan.
Okay, we're gonna work through a few remaining questions here. I see Cherie, you have your hand up and you also dropped a few questions in the Q&A. So I want to bring you off mute now. Cherie, you
Hi.
should be able to ask. Hello.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Great. So some of the questions that I had, and thank you ladies for providing such a great webinar. Some of the things that I wanted to know was, where's the link to the character reference when we're going to go get it filled out by our own PBA? And does credit score matter, the actual credit score number for the business owner? And then also what documents are needed from the business owner to determine if you'll be eligible for the loan or not.
Okay, excellent. Thank you so much for those. You asked, I think, like three distinct questions. So can we just like go in order first? Can you remind me the first one is the link for the character
Yes, so the
reference? Okay,
mhm.
thank you for that. So the character reference is um, we are asking in the application, there's the name of guarantor and the contact information of the guarantor. We currently have that set up intentionally because we don't want like people like just like coming off the street like giving us like their cousin Joe as their character reference. Like we want people to really understand that we want this to be a trusted business advisor. So in the application, I know it's funny, but in the application where it has all of the guarantor information, we ask that you fill out your business advisor's contact information and you just simply state in the application, this is my business advisor, not my guarantor. And then we reach out to your business advisor with a simple form, like I mentioned, for them to fill out and return to us. Um, and and like there's nothing surprising on that form. It's really like I was talking about, like how long they've known you, how long they've known the business, if it's been a different business advisor versus the organization working. Anyway, we just like want to get a real sense. And so that's how that piece works right now. Okay, next question. Sorry, remind me.
Okay, so the next question was, does a credit score matter, the actual
Oh,
credit score number for the business owner?
good. So it does matter some, yes. So we want to understand what's been going on with your credit for the last several years. And it's not that we have a minimum criteria to like weed people out. And we understand that credit scores are highly problematic. And they are at best some kind of indicator,
Mhm.
at worst, not a very reliable indicator. And so I just want to stress that we take the full picture into consideration. At the same time, if you have a really relatively low credit score and you're applying for a loan with us, then it really is advantageous to apply with an outside guarantor, not a business advisor, and that outside guarantor having a 700 credit score or higher. Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes sense.
Cool. Okay. And then there's a third question.
What documents are required from the business owner to
Thank
become
you.
eligible for the
Okay, so on our
loan?
application, we have several things that we want you to upload. So one of those is your profit and loss statement. Another one is your business plan. And again, if you don't have these at the ready, then there is technical assistance to be provided to you. We want you to have this and feel like you feel good about these documents. Um, and other than that, we're asking for some bank statements from both the business and personal. We just want to get a full picture, again, of like how money is flowing through the business owner and the business. And
Okay.
that's it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Cherie. With that, I am going to pause questions and move us forward to Alexia so she can talk about all the great things with Rogers Park. If you do have questions, I encourage you to still drop them in the chat. We may have time, especially following, you might have more questions with to Alexia. And also, I know Leah shared the contact. So if you have questions specifically for Jewish Free Loan Chicago, it's info@jflchicago.org. I dropped in our chat. Feel free to reach out directly. Okay, with that, I'm going to pass it over to Alexia.
Thank you so much. And y'all can see this, correct? Okay. Well,
Yes.
hello everyone. Thank you, Mercedes, and also Leia. As I mentioned, I'm Alexia Guzman. I work as the Economic Empowerment Center Director at Rogers Park Business Alliance. We are a nonprofit business service organization, business support organization, located right on the north side of Chicago. But we service small business owners and entrepreneurs throughout all of the city, the county, and even the state. So if you saw Leia's presentation and you have a small business that you think that this loan might be beneficial for, but you're not quite sure where to start, or maybe you want to get your ducks in a row, or you just kind of want a sounding board, right, to see if this is right for your business, that's where I and my organization come into play. Because, right, almost 82% of small business owners are run by individuals with no employees, right? We often call them solopreneurs. So that it might be, you, where you're the one that owns the business, runs the business, works in the business. You manage your finances, you manage operations, you manage the marketing, right? In between clients. And so a lot of times our small business owners are doing a lot of things on their own. And that could be good and bad, right? Sometimes they feel alone, or sometimes you're doing a little bit of everything, but not quite at the potential or efficiency that it needs to be, right? Whether that's setting up your banking and managing your finances, getting your contracts in order, right? Is your business an LLC? What does that annual report look like? What are your articles of incorporation, right? All these things that you need to formalize and fortify your business lands on the business owner, right? Protecting your business. What happens if, there's a flood or something happens with one of your clients? Also, your taxes, right? Doing your taxes, state taxes, federal taxes, right? Sales taxes, your personal taxes, bookkeeping and accounting, right? How do you know when Leah says, I want to see your profit and loss statement? How do you know what that is, right? How do you know where to look for that? How do you know to manage your numbers? I work a lot of times with small business owners that say, I know I make money, but I don't have money at the end of the month, right? I don't know where that money is going. Because oftentimes, right, it's where we have our hands in so many different areas. And then also organization, right? It's on us to find those contacts, to make those connections, to build that community. And so sometimes as a small business owner, it can feel very lonely or very intimidating to approach these themes on your own. When I talk to my businesses, I work a lot with Spanish speaking business owners, English speaking business owners as well. And I always ask them, right? Do you have the básico? Do you have the basics? When you're talking about, is your business sustainable, or is this right for you? Thinking about before you even apply for a loan, or before you even sign your lease, or before you make any major business decision that's going to have that financial impact, not only on the business, but also on you. Do you have the basics that are needed, the fundamentals? So that would be your bank, right? Speaking from the beginning, trying to separate your personal and your business finances, setting up that track record financially. Your attorney, right? You should have someone that can review contracts, that could set you up, incorporate your business, someone that can help you protect yourself and your business, right? Especially when you're one person. That's a lot of liability and responsibility on you. So making sure, right, that you also have that shield, which we say is our insurance. So even if you have a business from home, even if you're just starting, right, what is a proper business insurance policy that will protect you? I is our income and our taxes, right? So this is the big one that we always think about, paying our taxes every year, making sure that money's coming in, we know money's leaving, but what is going on with the money that is, um, going in and out of our business, and then making sure that we're up to date, right, on our taxes. C is for your certified public accountant, who you should have a contact with, right? And a bookkeeper. Do you have someone that's looking at your books month to month? For a lot of startups, it's usually us, right, in our Excel sheets, but someone that can help you see that vision of the money that you're making or spending or would like to make or not spend. And then lastly is your support organization. So this is where we talk about business advising, where we talk about what it is to receive business advising, to work with a business service organization. So, a business service or organization, also referred to as a business support organization, sometimes a business development organization. We are nonprofit, sometimes government funded, sometimes private or philanthropically funded, community-based entities designed to help small businesses start, grow, and stay in business at little to no cost. So our focus, right, whether that's through Cook County Source and partnering with them, is to help small businesses at every stage that they are, um, from little to no cost, right? Ideally, no cost. So our organization, right, Rogers Park Business Alliance, we're one of a few partners. But what we do, so here in the center, we have your source business advisors, myself, Beatrice, and Sherry. What we do is we help you. Who we support business owners and entrepreneurs at every stage. So from startups, established businesses, growing businesses, closing businesses, multi-generational businesses. We focus, right? We don't have one specific type of entrepreneur that we say is our ideal client. We want to work with everyone because we understand that need to distribute resources and those tools, and even funds, right, to those small businesses. Ways that we support these or small businesses is through technical assistance and advising. So that's more than like, what do I do with my life or what do I do with my business? It's more so I have this strategy or I have this goal or objective, or maybe even this challenge in my business. Working with a business advisor, we can connect you to tools and resources that will help you approach these opportunities and challenges. And also, we're good connectors, right? We have a group of partners and allies throughout the city, the state, the county that can help support you. We also offer entrepreneurial training. So even if you're thinking of starting a business or you've started a business and maybe you didn't do it as formally or you want to learn the more kind of like processes, right, and policies to start a business here, we can help you with that. So we offer entrepreneurial training programs and cohorts to start up and establish businesses. Access to capital and loan preparation. So we're ideally the ones that you're working with before you apply for your small business loan. So we're kind of that filter of saying, maybe another microloan might be better for you, or maybe we just need to look at your books and you got to do a little bit better about saving, right? Or maybe right now is not that time for you to take on more debt. So you're the ones that are helping you assess that situation, but then also, depending on the decisions that you make, preparing you, right? So when you apply for a loan with Leia, ideally you're working with an organization like us and a business advisor, so that we could help make sure that we have those documents in order, right? Your profit and loss, your business plan, your bank statements, and not only organizing them and preparing them, but understanding them and how it relates to your business and how it affects, right, your business flow, your cash flow, and what that business, small business loan would impact in your business. We also help with licensing, permitting, and compliance. So if you want to open a brick and mortar, if you want to, you've been cooking at home and you want to start selling at markets, if you want to start selling at summer festivals, we help you find and apply and get the proper licensing and permits that you need to make sure that your business is in compliance. And then also networking contacts, so we're liaisons to, the Cook County, but also to other organizations, to other resources, and even other opportunities for small businesses. Oftentimes we look for vendors ourselves or have events that we think our small business clients can benefit from or take advantage of. So really we're your support system, right? We're here to support you. And to make sure that you achieve that success through strategy, through intention, and not just because, 0% loan sounds pretty enticing. So ways that we can help you with the Jewish Free Loan Chicago 0% small business loans is eligibility and fit review. So if you see Leo's presentation, you go on the website and you think, this might work for me, maybe, maybe not for my business. We could talk, I can meet with you and we could talk a little bit more about, what is your goal with your business, more about your business background. We could help you with that loan application preparation, organizing those documents, but also understanding the impact of those documents. Financial organization as well. So a lot of business owners They don't have, a financial portfolio. They don't have their taxes readily available or their income statements or their profit and loss statements. So we could help you get those, kind of manage and organize that financial portfolio and then infuse that education so you can understand the importance of those documents and not just, I need this so I don't get in trouble with the city or with the state. Also, business plan development. So many of our small businesses are operating without a business plan or a back of a napkin business plan or a very outdated business plan. But this is your guide, right? This is your guidelines really for your business of if I look to you and I say, actually, I want to buy your business and I'll give you $5 million for your business, but you need to give me everything right now. Ideally, your business plan is where everything is and you're ready and you can refer to it and your business can sustain, right, itself through that planning. We're also beneficial and also liaisons to other contacts and other organizations. And we also help, as Leah was mentioning, with that character reference. So we have business owners that we work with, multiple years. We have established businesses in the neighborhood or organizations and businesses that we've been working with for a long time that, they might not be eligible in that traditional sense, but through a character reference, we can support them. And then also use of fund strategy. So, once you apply and hopefully are approved for that loan, how do you spend that money so that it's not just gone next month and then you just have to repay Leia and you're back to square one? How can you invest that money so that your business is growing, so that you do have that strategy, and so that you are taking advantage of this opportunity to grow your business? And then also ongoing support. So we don't just help you with the application and sending it and applying. We can provide that ongoing support, even post loan, right? Once you pay it off and you're ready to move on to other types of advising or even a higher loan, whatever it might be, we're here to provide ongoing business support for you in different ways that we can. So our advising, all our services are no cost. We offer support in English and Spanish. But if you speak another language in those two, right, Cook County Source provides services in 19 languages. So we can connect you with someone that can help you, right, so that you're creating your business plan, not only in English, but also in your language, be it Spanish or French. We also meet with clients virtually and in person. So that's the beauty, right? Is that you could come and visit us at Rogers Park. Oftentimes we go visit some of our clients in their storefronts if they can't get out. Or, a lot of times we can meet virtually and meet, really whenever, wherever, because we, again, want to be flexible and accessible. Our main focus is to make those resources and tools and education accessible and applicable to you all, and this collaboration with Jewish Free Loan Chicago is an opportunity to do that, to not only get some funding for your business, but understanding the impact of that, creating that strategy of how to invest that money, and seeing that growth for your business. So if you all are interested, we would love to meet with you all. Even if you don't want to apply for a loan and you just want to start receiving small business advising, or if you're not ready and in the future you are, or if you want to get to it and get in contact with JFLC, we would love to meet with you first. So my colleague Sherry and I are happy to provide those no cost services. I can provide services in Spanish as well. So I have my contact info, but you'll also receive the slides with our booking pages. And we look forward to collaborating with you all and wish you good luck.
Thank you, Alexia. Again, a reminder for everyone, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in our Q&A, raise your hand, and we might select you to come off mute. There is one question, actually two kind of echoing each other from Gloria. Gloria is asking, can you help with the basics? And I think, Alexia, it might be helpful to kind of expand on what those potential basics might even be. Oh,
yes, of course. So let me go back to the slide here. So with the basics, yes, so we can help you with this, right? If you're saying I have no one, you at least have the S, right? You have me now, but I can help you and I can connect you Two, we collaborate as organizations. We don't just collaborate with other business service organizations. We also collaborate with other banks and financial institutions and other nonprofits and other resources for you. And many of them, right, themselves are small businesses. So it's, creating that true ecosystem of small business support. But yes, absolutely. If even, we always recommend trying to meet with at least three different types of, each category because someone, you might go to one bank and not really hit it off with them, but then another bank might have that plan or that product, portfolio for your business. So really making those introductions. And when we talk about character reference, it goes both ways too, where we're building that trust with the small business owners that if I say, you know what, you should really reach out to this attorney, they'll be able to help you with that contract or that negotiation. You'll take my word for it, right? Because we have that trust. And the other way, right? If you go to a bank and you've been working with them and we've been partnering with them, we can vouch for you as well and give that character reference. So yes, right, we can help you not just with business planning, but also with the basics. If you have someone that you need or you want to meet or you have a gap, of course, we're here to support you with that.
Perfect. I see we have a hand raised from Kirk Fleming. Kirk, I'm going to bring you off mute. You should be able to ask your question now.
Thank you so much for this webinar. I'm a small business owner here on the southeast side. Right now, there's a lot of attention and development going on the southeast side, and I want to be a part of that development, that history. It's just an opportunity for me to bring my business to life, not just as a vision. I've been uh, operating my small business out the trunk of my car, out the comfort of my home, and just anywhere I'm able to pedal with my peddler's license. I want to bring affordable clothing to the southeast side. Right now, we don't really have any retail stores that we can shop for brands that we want and like the most.
Mm-hmm.
The name of my business is The People's Cart. My slogan is
Okay.
dress nice for a reasonable price. So I'm trying to bring the concept of Former Mill, Burlington Coat Factory, and Value City all in one place. And that's here at The People's Cart.
Cool.
Um, there's a lot of grants available for reimbursement as if you already have a brick and mortar
Mm-hmm.
and you're in business, you're doing good, they have that grant. But as a small business owner who is looking for assistance in growing something that can help uh, employ the community, uh, invest in the community, and also educate the community on how to become business owners themselves. How do I receive the help that I need to locate buildings uh, that's on the southeast side
For sure.
that's for rent? I have a space ideally that I want to take over because it's a huge space. And if I'm thinking discount clothing and household accessories and everything, I'm gonna need a large space. And there's a old CVS building that's no longer being used. Even Walgreens buildings are being taken down and can be reused. Uh, how do I get my hands on it?
Yeah, you're in the right place. So Mercedes sent a link, right? You are more than welcome to reach out to me. I would be happy to help you. But
Yes.
if you fill out, right, the client intake form too, we can connect you with an organization that is geographically closer to you as well, because they might have more resources or insight into the licensing that you would need, the zoning that you might need. So, like your local chamber or your local source partner.
Uh-huh.
So I think you have about like four good connections already coming from this call. But fill out this form so that the county can connect you to someone, right, that's geographically closer. And then,
Uh-huh.
right, you have us as support as well. But I think that you have your vision and connecting with someone that can help you seeing how realistic it is with the building, right, with the zoning. Someone on that southeast side could be your guide, right, for that.
Okay.
I second all of that. It sounds like an awesome business, and I'm excited for you to find that business advisor and to take those next steps. There's a question in the Q&A. I don't want to steal Mercedes' thunder,
You're
but I
fine.
do want to say that the slides will be available after the presentation as well as a recording. Is that right, Mercedes?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
absolutely. Yeah, and just to kind of build off Kirk, your questions, I did drop the link in the chat here again. I want to encourage you all, if you aren't currently signed up for no cost business advising and you're just interested in learning more, sign up. You're again out nothing. There's no cost to you. We like to use the word no cost, but that also means free. So check it out. It's a quick and easy intake form, a few questions about your business, and then you can either self-select if you already know a few of our business support organizations and you're working with one or you're interested in working with one in particular, like Rogers Park Business Alliance, you can select that and then be matched directly with them. Or if you're interested in just seeing what's out there, we'll go ahead and match you automatically with one depending on what you've filled out. It's a really great algorithm that we have that does that on our end, on our back end. And then you'll hear from a business advisor in 3 to 5 days, and they can talk a little bit more in greater detail about your unique situation. And then if you are interested in learning more about Jewish Free Loan Chicago, we also drop that information in addition to the direct apply link if you want to learn a little bit more about either applying for the no interest small business loan or the personal loan, learning a little bit more about the distinctions between those two, please feel free to explore that as well. Okay, we have a few minutes just to round us out here. I do want to say thank you all. There's so many really interesting dynamic questions that we had asked today. So I hope you're all taking away from this webinar great next steps. And then also just to preface again, we will be sharing the decks with you all, and then in addition to the webinar recording following this, so you can, tune back in, re-listen to a few things, but always encourage you to reach out directly if you have additional questions. I'm going to pass it off to Leah and Alexia. If you have any closing words you would like to share, I'll pass it to you first, Leah.
Thanks. Thanks so much for listening, for watching, tuning in. Again, we're just delighted to be able to offer this loan product. And if you do have questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Email is probably the easiest and the fastest way you're going to get an answer. But we do have a phone number, which is on our website, so you can call as well. And we are real people. We are a small team, and we are ready to listen to your questions and review your applications. Thanks so much.
Yes, thank you all. We wish you the best. And as a reminder, right, we're here to support you. So if you ever need anything, you have a good group.
Perfect. With that, we're going to bid you all adieu. Have a great rest of your day, and we hope to see you on a future webinar Wednesday and an advising session real soon. Bye, everyone. Thanks all.
Bye, thank you.
Bye.